Hello and welcome back to Freelancer, where you might notice that I actually have a different ship. Yeah, the reason for that is I thought the matter through again with the ship choice, and I realized that there was a pretty fatal flaw in my reasoning. I'll be talking more about that later, not right now, because of spoilers and stuff. So I actually went ahead and bought a Barracuda. I'll probably talk more about this as the mission progresses, but now let's go to the bar and talk to Junie.
You came.
Yeah, I was starting to wonder if we were partners anymore.
I just had to dig a little deeper than I thought. Trent, I heard from Lord Hakira. He says that the Proteus Tome and all of the museum artifacts have now come under the personal control of Governor Takagi. Hakira can't help us.
What do you mean? That's why we came.
You have to understand Kusari customs. Hakira is a lord. His position gives him power, but it also limits him. There's only so much he can do before he violates the station. Anyway, I'm onto something, but you're gonna have to trust me on this one. If we do this, we do it together, understand? Are you in?
Objective: attack a transport in the nearby Honshu system that is secretly transporting the Proteus Storm to Rhineland. Join Ozu and the Blood Dragon strike force in their attempt to capture the transport. Difficulty: the transport is under heavy guard and will be well defended. The mission will be very difficult and a potent combat vessel is highly recommended. Reward the Proteus Tome, the very reason why I came to Kusari.
Why not? I've come this far, haven't I?
Thank you. Ozu, this is Trent, the man I told you about.
Ah, Mr. Trent. Junko speaks highly of you. Please, sit.
Thanks.
Since Junko's departure to Liberty, many things have changed here. The old ways are dying out as we become more of a melting pot of cultures. Do you understand?
I think I do.
The one thing that has not changed is the face of treachery. It is something that we have fought for many generations.
Ozu is a lieutenant in the Blood Dragons, a counter-political group that opposes the Shogun.
The reason the Blood Dragons have survived is because of our ability to adapt and change, to outmaneuver the stronger opponent. This would not be possible without carefully nurtured relationships, Mr. Trent. Which brings me to you. I am told that you and the Order seek a certain artifact.
That's right. The Proteus Tome. It's fallen under the control of Governor Takagi.
Yes, Takagi. He has been acting strangely, even for him, since his return from Rhineland. Our sources now say that there is a secret transport being loaded with these artifacts, bound from Takagi back to the Chancellor. We believe the Proteus Tome is one of those on board.
How much time do we have?
Little. Particularly since Takagi himself may be on that transport.
He's defecting?
We believe so. With an offering to his new lord and master, the Chancellor. Our vendetta with Takagi is an old one. Unfortunately, we may have only this one last opportunity to repay him for his crimes. Mr. Trent, here is what I propose. You and the Order shall have what you desire, if you help rid us of Takagi.
Trent, Takagi is a traitor to his people.
He deserves to die. Do us this service.
Agreed.
Excellent. We leave at once.
Alright, let's leave them.
Freelancer Alpha 1-1. This is Shinagawa. Everything's a go for launch. Good luck out there.
Mr. Trent, we will take the trade lane from here to the Honshu Gate.
Alright.
Coordinates received. Trent, take point.
My sources tell me that Takagi's transport is currently docked at the Yukawa shipyard in Honshu. It is heavily guarded. Apparently they are taking additional cargo on board.
Is it the Tome?
That is very possible. Yukawa is a Kishiro base, and Takagi owns a large portion of that organization.
Alright, so we're gonna just take the jumbo. I thought your sort of rebel wanted criminal would be a little weird. And we take all these normal transportation without...
We are not going through the jump gate, Mr. Trent. Blood Dragon fighters are awaiting us at a nearby jump hole. I'm uploading the coordinates.
Why are we taking a jump hole?
Takagi is a powerful man, Junko. He has spies everywhere. If we want to have a chance to capture the transport, we need to take them by surprise.
That seems pretty reasonable, to be honest. I also equipped the Dragoon Mark II as my class 5 weapons instead of the Pyros. The Pyros are technically more powerful, but the Dragoon have style on this mission isn't really that difficult, I feel, so I'll go with style for this mission.
We have you in range. Standing by for orders.
Enter formation and follow us to the jump hole.
Entering formation.
Set course for the jump hole.
Only 3 ships?
The Blood Dragons are small in numbers, Junko, but they are the best fighter pilots in the colonies.
Considering what sort of support we normally have, I think 3 ships are pretty great. Alright.
There is the jump hole, Mr. Trent. Please go first.
Doc.
Alright. Let's go first.
Report.
The transport is still docking with Yukawa, Ozu-sensei, but it looked like they were about to leave. I counted multiple heavy weapon platforms and strong fighter protection. It won't be easy.
We don't have any time to waste. Let's go.
What's our plan?
We have to hit them quickly and decisively. First we target the weapon platforms, then the fighter escorts.
How do we get to the transport?
We have a strike force positioned on Yukawa that will seize control of the transport. Once we've eliminated the fighters, our people will fly the transport out of there.
Understood.
The nebula will cover us most of the way, but the final approach will be in open space. We will have to fly as fast as possible before the scanners detect us. Every second will count. There is the shipyard. Is everybody ready?
Dragon 1, ready to engage.
Dragon 2, ready.
I'm ready, Ozu.
Our first
I'm ready
targets
to.
are the weapon platforms. All ships, engage.
Die weapon platform.
The first platform is gone.
Quickly, take out the other one. We're taking heavy fire from its turrets. The second platform is down. Ozu to strike team. Operation is a go. All ships, take out the escort fighters. One of their fighters is down. Engage the other fighters. Another escort fighter destroyed. Hold on. I have a report from the strike team. They got the Takagi's men off guard and have them pinned down. Got another one.
Come on. Because I have 6 weapons now instead of 4, and they're more powerful than the ones I had before. The damage sort of went through the roof. And the ship is still pretty maneuverable. As I already said, for a heavy fighter, the Barracuda is actually insanely maneuverable. So there are not that many escorts left.
To all ships, the strike team has successfully taken over the transport. Disengage and protect the transport. Strike team, what is your status?
We lost 2 of our men, Sensei, but it was worth it. The cargo pods are full of gold, diamonds, and thousands of artifacts.
Excellent. Proceed into the nebula.
I'll just take care of the rest. Oh, I'm not in cruise mode yet, but I can enter formation, I guess. So, are we leaving or are we messing around? Apparently we're messing around. Doesn't matter much. All the targets have been destroyed. Heavy fighters got different shields, so they are slightly better compared to the corresponding shield that the light fighters can use. They're slightly better, but it's only very slightly, so that isn't really a big of a selling point. That is, of course, assuming that a shield for the level exists. There are, in the base game, basically there don't exist too many high-level shields for light fighters, because they don't exist high-level light fighters. So. Well, they weren't lying. There are lots of artifacts and gold. Not sure about the diamonds. So, nobody's talking. It's always a little weird. Main ships that we fought against, these they're called Dragon, strangely enough.
Sensor efficiency reduced.
They're heavy fighters. They're actually strange sometimes.
More hostiles dead ahead, Sensei. Junko, Mr. Trent, we have to destroy these fighters before we jump.
Sure.
Understood. Come on, Trent.
Because they have these wings at the back, like I was already talking about with the Drake. As soon as they go down, the actual hitbox for the ships decreases by a lot, and because of the way weapon firing works, sometimes you feel like you're not hitting them at all. So that's occasionally a problem with the dragons, but only very occasionally.
Shield restored.
Where's that guy shooting at me? You, right?
Proceed to the jump hole. We should be safe now.
Right, that's under formation again.
Warning. Sensor efficiency reduced.
This mission actually is pretty easy. I mean, compared to the insanity that was the last mission, this mission is pretty... I wouldn't say boring, but it's not that difficult, to be honest. So... But they don't talk much, those blood dragons. Strange, but they talk a lot about a lot before the mission, but no chit chat. Besides, where we're going, by the way.
This is the jump hole to the Chugoku system. Mr. Trent, please go first.
All right.
Dock.
Identify yourself, or you will be destroyed. This is Lieutenant Ozu. Stand down, patrol. We have captured Takagi's transport and are escorting it back to Kyoto as ordered. Yes, Sensei. We are almost there. Junko, Mr. Trent, follow me.
I have the coordinates. Trent, you take the lead. Where are we going?
To Kyoto.
Kyoto? Trent, that's the legendary home of the Blood Dragons. I don't know anyone who's ever seen it. Ozu, you honor us.
The honor is ours.
He told me that I should go there, but they're way behind me for some reason.
Here we will celebrate our victory over Takagi and Edo. Here you shall receive what you came for. I will see you shortly.
Alright. So we're landing or what?
Dock.
Acknowledged. Your request to dock is granted. Proceed to dock 2.
Alright. So I made it to the legendary home of the Blood Dragons. That's sort of nice, I guess.
Lieutenant Ozu, this is amazing. How long have the Blood Dragons been here in this asteroid?
Several generations. But with Takagi eliminated, the Edo shogunate is weaker, and our victory is near.
Pardon me, Lieutenant.
Excuse me.
Tell me, how long have you known Ozu?
You mean, was he always a radical in the Blood Dragons? No. When I knew him, he was to be a promising political student at the Kusari Academy.
What happened?
People are changed by their world, Trent. Rarely vice versa. Ozu's living proof of that.
Yeah. I'm afraid we have been deceived. This was the right shipment, but we have neither the artifacts nor Takagi. He was not on the transport as we were led to believe. Something has changed.
So what do we do now?
I will make the necessary inquiries. For now, I suggest that you occupy yourselves with whatever diversions we can offer.
Well, I can't just sit here. Maybe the Blood Dragons could use a little help.
Joining the ranks of the radical left?
I'm not on assignment anymore, Trent. I get to see how the other side lives. You know, it wouldn't hurt you to get out there for a while either. Maybe take some missions. From the sound of things, it may be a while. Don't worry. I'll let you know when we hear something.
So that didn't work out too. Not that anybody's surprised, right? Okay.
All the news that's fit for you. This is the Colony News Service.
Takagi returns in triumph. Governor Takagi returned home after an extended meeting with Councillor Niemann on New Berlin. While the fatigue of the journey appears to have taken its toll on the unusually animated governor, the meeting itself was reported as a success. As a goodwill gesture, the governor returned with 150 Kusari citizens who had been held hostage in Rhineland. The rest, we are told, will be returned in stages. Alright. Carina signs artifact ban. On the heels of Governor Takagi's departure, Britonia formalized its agreement with Liberty and Kusari by also signing the artifact ban. It's hoped that this initiative would continue to put pressure on Rhineland and put much needed government credits into the pockets of local merchants. Okay. Search for Kusari transport. The arrival of special transport and escorts from the border wards is reportedly long overdue. Several patrols have been dispatched along the intended route, though hopes of the rescue are high. There has been no discovery of wreckage. The disappearance of a single vessel carrying cargo of new artifacts bound for a museum in Kusari is ironic since it falls on the cusp of signing of the colony-wide artifact ban. Is that the transport that we took? Are they talking about that? Takagi departs for Rhineland. Concern is high for the governor's safety as he journeys to meet with Councillor Niemann over the issue of illegal detention of our people. President Jacobi says that she is confident that a settlement will be reached with Rhineland, cautioning that any action taken against the visiting governor would be met with swift retaliation from both Liberty and Britonia. Special Guard escorts Takagi. Governor Takagi is meeting with Councillor Niemann under the protection of Shogun's own Imperial Guard, who accompanied him through the blockade into the Rhineland capital of New Berlin. The governor was greeted with unusual warmth by Rhineland's Chancellor, who was himself surrounded by his well-armed bodyguards. The two reportedly are going to meet privately to discuss the peace settlement and safe release of Kusari hostages. Today, all eyes are on Rhineland. Alright, that already happened. Kusari transport lost. There are no clues to its disappearance. Officials have classified the transport that recently failed to report in from the borderwards are lost. The ship and its crew names are being withheld until families can be notified. Okay, these are just normal stuff. Sakura strike planned. With the approach of the Sakura Festival, the Blood Dragons will mourn the anniversary of the fall of the Hideyoshi Shogunate. This is a great day of shame, not only for the Blood Dragons, but for all the people of Kusari. It's our sacred role to re-establish a legitimate government. On this anniversary, Kusari will be reminded of how our honor was taken from us. Expect the day of reckoning during the upcoming Sakura Festival. Our leaders shall not let the travesty that occurred centuries ago be forgotten. A close call. Two Kusari naval forces fighters were intercepted yesterday by a patrol near the Hokkaido jump hole. It is theorized that they stumbled across the hole in the cargo cloud by accident. 5 more ships were immediately dispatched to the area and the hunt began. 2 ships were destroyed just as they were about to exit the system. Fortunately, the high magnetic interference present in the cargo cloud most likely prevented them from making contact with Matsumoto. Yeah, that's sort of the issue with the entire Blood Dragons and the system, because they basically have this entire system for themselves, which isn't really big. It's an asteroid field with their base in it. But they basically have wormhole access to almost any Kusari system by some means. And this puts them in a pretty unique tactical position. Talking about tactical position. The reason why I went back on my plans is actually that Kusari doesn't really like me anymore, as you can see here now, because we stole a shipment and we're sort of part of the Blood Dragons right now. A lot of companies really hate us at this point, which would make the trip to what was the name of that again? I forgot what the name of that was, where I wanted to get the Hawk Mark II. However, so the trip would be difficult, and also the planet itself is operated by Samura, which those guys. So I'd have to kill blood dragons, golden chrysanthemums, xenos, or other criminals in order to clean up my reputation there. I don't think this is worth it, to be honest. So yeah, but the blood dragons like us, the golden chrysanthemums like us too, but pretty much everybody else hates us at this point. I mean, the outcasts are sort of still neutral, and Corsairs probably too. Yeah, well, they're on the cusp of not liking us. Anyway. Let's repair the ship.
Repair complete.
And do I want to buy anything here? No, they don't have... Do you have a torpedo launcher? Yes, I'm actually going to buy a torpedo launcher. One of the other advantages for having a heavy fighter is that you can actually mount a torpedo launcher instead of the cruise missile disruptor in the torpedo/disruptor slot. Investing some additional money into torpedoes after I got enough money to get to the next level, I guess. Because if I pump money into that right now, I would have to do even more stuff. Talking about doing even more stuff. Right now we're sort of part of the Blood Dragons, so we probably should do a mission for them, and there's a few wrecks that I can exploit that are pretty close by. So I guess I'll do one mission for them in the next episode, and then head out to get loot from a group of wrecks nearby. And then that should be enough so that we can proceed with the next level, and as a result also proceed with the story. But we'll see that in the next episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.